So press the button that says got it, should clear it off your screen, and we're ready to go. So upright seat, hands somewhere comfortable, chin slightly down, crown up. Attention to breathing. Remembering the importance of softening the body is paramount when it comes to what we're trying to work on here in terms of how to move the body correctly, how to walk, how to stay balanced. It's the tension, the gripping, holding, resistance, the glued adhesions in the body that make us sort of cumbersome. And the softer, looser, easier every layer of tissue down through the joints is, easier it is to change the weight with softness and move and not lose our stillness. But here we're just finding that still point, releasing tension where we can. And remember to be sat at the front edge of your chair so that you're not leaning back and resting against the back of the chair, but instead you're feeling this central line go down through your buttock bones into the chair. Eventually, when we stand up, it's that same line that goes down through each leg. So the appropriate effort to align everything in terms of chin down, back of skull open, crown slightly up as if supporting a teacup on top of it. Shoulders soft and relaxed. Buttock bones planted, plugged into the seat. So then after all that effort to align everything, then it's the opposite, softening, letting go, relax. Just another 10 breaths here. About 5 more. And let the practice that we do today be an extension of this meditation. So what we just established in terms of stillness, alignment, the mind, the breath, the body connected, this, everything that we do can't be other than that. It's just an extension, an addition to that practice. So keep this inner meditation happening. Place your hands on your thighs. Slide hands forward, gently drop the head, round the back. Open up all the back channels. Get a little bit of movement through all the vertebrae, the shoulder blade, the limbs. Slide the hands back, elbows pull back, lift the chest, lift the chin, look up. Do that 3 more times. Slide the hands forward, round the back, drop the head. Get that open quality. Forgot to mute everybody, sorry. And it's important, again, the softness that you're practicing, moving with that softness. So just because we started doing something with the body doesn't mean it's time to give up that released, easy quality. In fact, we're practicing moving with that softness as the mode of movement. After you finish this next one, arching gently, settle to the middle, and let's do rotations. Left hand slide forward, right hand slide back, just soft turn and look to the right, and switch. Just gentle, there's no amount of rotation that's better than any other. It's not like you have to get all the way around and see behind you. It's just this direction of turning the 24 vertebra. Now the shoulder blades are moving in opposition to each other. One is protracting while the other is retracting. One's extending arm-wise while the other is coming back. We're just loosening up layer by layer by layer. Let's come back to neutral, right in the middle. Arms hang, and we just easily lean. Again, no destination. It's just a direction of easy, soft leaning. Just trying to free up the body. And notice that even though we're doing one left, one down, one up, one lean, one kind of rise, there's still a center. There's a middle of you that isn't changing. It's the pivot. So really what we're doing is cultivating the still point or pivot between the yin and the yang, the rising, the falling, the forward, the back, all that good stuff. As you finish this last one, come back to center, shoulder blades, shrug up, and melt down. Up, melt down. Shrug up, and melt down. Shoulder blades circles, let them go forward, so the chest has to concave a little bit, and then they come up, over the top, back, like you're cracking a walnut. Slide them down, find neutral. Then when you go forward, the chest concaves back, you come up. When the shoulder blades go back like you're cracking a walnut, the chest pushes forward gently, and then everything settles back to neutral. Two more. Circle. Getting all the moving parts. Feel free and loose and softly related. Let's reverse the circles. Back, up, forward, down. Again, if you've used the videos and you do this type of joint mobilization work regularly, you will see different results from the class that we take. And we're not taking very much time with this stuff. Ideally, we just, you're doing some stuff during the week on your own. Let's go into the legs. So now scoot back so you're very stable, and we'll do lift, down, lift, down, lift, down. Now lift, down, lift and push. So lift, push to completely straight, return to lift, and then set it down. Lift, push, lift, set it down. Continue. Imagine you're pushing something away from you with your heel. Push it away. Bring the leg back. On this one, hold the foot out there, point and flex. Invert, evert. Circles. And reverse circles. And set the foot down, other leg, extend it, point and flex. Invert, evert. So this is all the standard opening that we've done many times. circles. So you know these, right? If you've been coming to class, you probably have the idea of, oh yeah, this little routine. And down. Scoot back to the front edge of your chair. Swivel steps. Turn left knee, toes out. Left knee, toes in. Open. Close. External rotation. Internal rotation. External. Internal. The next time you turn out, leave the toe where it is. Now the heel goes out, the knee comes in. Heel comes in, the knee goes out. Heel out, knee in. Heel in, knee out. Remember that the movement's coming from the hip, from this space in the hip. So we're opening a space. We're cultivating an ease and a space right in that hip. Now, with the heel out, leave it out, go toe out, toe in, toe out. Again, more space. We're wringing out the rag of all the tissue in there, and we're just feeling a separation from pelvis and thigh bone and the space through which it moves. Next time the toe is in, leave it in, bring the heel in, knee out, and back to neutral. Let's go other leg. Internal, external. Internal, external. A few more. Next time toe is out, leave the toe out, go heel out, knee in, heel in, knee out. Heel out, knee in, heel in, knee out. Continue. Still moving from the hip. Next time heel is out, leave the heel out. Again, the toe. Toe out, toe in. Toe out, toe in, out, in, out, in. Now as the toe comes in, bring the heel in, knee out, and they're both there. Now let's do them both together. Toes out, in, out, in. And make sure you're moving the toes and the knee, and the toes and the knee. The next time your toes are out, leave them out. Go heels out, knees in. Heels in, knees out. So it's internal rotation at the hip, external, internal, external. Next time the heels are out, leave them out. And let's go toes out, toes in, out. So this should be our maximum size. Adjust it as needed. Now bring heels in, knees out. Heel, toes in, knees in, and neutral. Forward folds. Hands on your thighs. Hinge at the hips. Bowing forward. Get a nice deep crease at the hips. And then sit back to vertical. Leaning back. Up to vertical. Folding forward. Up and back, and up, fold, and up, back, and vertical, step, step, the dragon takes a bow, all these warm-ups. Hands are on inner thighs there, fold. Coming down between the legs and between the arms, and then back up, leaning back. Hands are out by the knees there. Turn like so, fingers on the inside, elbows flared out. One more. So we got to get these spaces opened up in our body. And back to neutral. Legs come back to neutral. Shogun. That closes our initial just setting the table, right? We moved the various parts. We've gotten our body moving in a way that was not frightening in the sense that we weren't standing up and challenging our balance. So hopefully we were able to feel moving well while soft. Now keep that idea as we come to the next phase. Arms come down, slide your feet back a little bit, standing up and sitting down a few times. So that's, again, key to this is there's a vertical line, then it's fold. Now my ankles become the center of the scale here. I get my head and shoulders to the front of the ankles, the butt's behind the ankles, push through the earth, and up you go. When sitting down, the opposite. Butt has to go back. Notice my knees haven't bent, but my butt's behind my ankles. Then the sinking of the butt bends the knees, and that keeps the knees very happy. Again, folding. Now your goal here on these next two is just to see, can you retain absolute softness? Folding, right? You don't need force to execute any of this sitting down, right? We're just controlling gravity. But the same is true when standing up. So same idea. Don't think you have to start working really hard. Just fold and just let that use of balancing and center and the body part arrangement be how you execute and keep that idea. So now we're soft. Come all the way to standing vertical. Now we're upright. Let's do our squats where we don't sit in the chair. The butt goes back. We sink. Nice and low, arms are loose as can be, dangling like you're gonna just touch your toes and then push through the earth and rise back to standing. So this disappearing, the hips going back, and then the sinking. Opens the back and just loosens everything up. So we find that we can execute pretty major movement of, oh, I dropped something on the floor, I gotta go get it. Fold in half, sink, droop down, maybe you grab the pen or your glasses, and then you just push through the earth and rise back up. At what point did you need to really work hard? At 0 points. There's no moment where you have to tense up. And in fact, the tensing up is the problem. That gets in the way. That blocks us, that makes us rigid. All right, now we're standing. Now we tip a little forward towards the balls of the feet. Tip a little to the middle and a little bit back toward the heels. The key to tipping to the heels here, when we tip to the toes, there's a lot of foot out in front, so we can actually lean the body. But when we tip to the heels, we're not leaning back this way. Pay attention to that. We're not doing this. What we're doing is moving our middle, the navel height, back to the point where we arrange over our heels. And then we rock to the toes. We got room to sort of tip. And we rock back to the heels. Rock. Back. Rock. Now stay in the balls of your feet. You're in the balls of your feet, tipped a little forward. Arrange yourself more over to the left foot, but do it from the middle. And then arrange to the middle where both the balls of the feet are being used, and then more to the right ball of foot. So you're more over there. This other foot almost empties to the point where it comes, maybe even disconnects from the ground. Not because you pull it up, but just because you've arranged yourself here, and then arranged yourself here. The middle is the pivot. It doesn't change. It's just going along for the ride. It's stillness. All right, we're in the fronts of the feet. Now come back to the middle. Go back middle, and then a little bit extra to the heels. Do it in a safe way, of course, but now in our heels, arrange yourself more to the right heel. And then both heels. And then the left heel. Keep doing that, please. I got to let somebody in. So you're going heel to heel, but noticing your center is the same. Your middle. Your middle's just coming over here. The upper body is just relaxing and settling to the middle, and we're just moving from our middle. Anything else happening is getting in the way. Anything else you're doing is making it harder for you to find your middle. Now, stay in the right heel. Go from right heel to right ball of foot. So now we're in the right foot and we're going forward and back on that foot only. So the other foot remains empty. Our middle stays stable, relaxed, at ease. We just rock a little forward and back on the right side. Now stay in your right heel, come to the left heel and do it on the left side, going forward to the left ball of foot, back. And just take notice of the muscles and nervous system engagement in the foot, the ankle, the knees, the hip, all the way up through the spine, all the way to the neck, shoulders, and the skull. All of it is reacting and keeping you upright, but not because you're holding on for dear life. It's a different relationship. So when you come forward, everything changes and it does it sort of automatically. Now stay forward and we're going to go ball of foot to other ball of foot. We stay on the right side, we go back to the right heel, then go heel to heel across. So now we're going in a circle. Come forward along the left foot, around, over, back along the right foot to the right heel, come around. Just feel your center. How your center is a stable place. And you got all this real estate to explore. Let's reverse the circle. Go over to the right heel, forward along the right foot, across the balls of the feet, back, around on the heels. Just feel you're cultivating space, real estate, room. So that balance, you're balanced at all of these different locations on a much larger map than perhaps how you felt earlier, where it was, let's go ahead and find ourselves in the middle. Most people think they're only really balanced right here, and then anywhere over here is dangerous. But now you can feel, oh, I can move, I can circle, I can tip, I can lean. As long as I'm soft, as long as I'm relaxed, there's room there. All right, so that's the initial stage of real estate, space. Now, change your weight over to your right leg. Stay in the right leg. Now, we don't want to be in the heels and we don't want to be too far to the balls of the feet. We want to be a little bit towards the front of the foot, though, rather than in the heel. So err on the side of being in the front of your foot and letting that knee softly bend. So the whole leg, instead of being a locked straight leg, is just kind of softly sunk, right? Now, as that is the state, then lift the left heel off the ground. And because it's empty, you should be able to just get up to the tippity tips of the toes. If you need to, grab that chair here. If you feel like you're on the tippity toes, can you disconnect the foot and then put the tippity toes down, the ball of the foot down, the heel back down, and let's change. So now we change over, arrange ourselves appropriately with that left leg. That's the relationship that matters. This, being empty, can just go heel lift, lift to the tippy toe. There's a saying in Tai Chi, 3 empty, 1 full. So the arms are empty, free and loose, obviously. But when we arrange ourselves correctly now over to this right leg, the left leg should feel as free as one of these arms. That's when you know you're doing something. Is when that foot, when you pick it up, it actually has a quality similar to your arm. Let's just do it back and forth a few times. Take the time to get the relationship correct with your full leg. Then the other leg empty, maybe it lifts higher. Again, you have your chairs there for exactly this purpose, that if this is scary or difficult, you use the chair. So please be your own guardian. Once it's empty, lift, lower. Let's do a few more. The other very important point with this exercise is that it's not just about lifting it empty, it's about landing the whole foot empty. Then changing. Empty foot lifts, and softly goes down and completely lands on the floor empty before we then consciously change. Land it empty. That's the one people miss. They usually kerplunk right into that foot. So land it and then change. All right. Now, make your way over to your right side chair for support. Inside leg forward in front, like this. Heel touching, but it's empty. You're on the tip of the heel. From there, rock your weight into the front foot. Get to the tippity tip of the toe in the back foot. Rock back and forward. Same idea about the middle. The middle is just resting here and coming along for a ride. The crown resting atop, just like when we were in meditation position. Arms totally loose. We're not having to work hard to get ourselves to change our body weight. This is level 1. Let's go to level 2. Level 2, when you're back in your back leg, empty the front leg hip and lift the straight leg down and place the heel back where it was. Rock forward. Back foot, bend the knee, heel to buttock. Set the toe down. Rock back. From the hip crease. Notice I didn't bend my knee here. I did not bend my knee. It's just a straight leg lift and a land. Shift. This back leg, though, I just bend the knee and pull the heel to the butt like a flamingo and back down. Again, I'll turn a little angle so you can see it. Lift, down, shift. Heel the butt, touch the toe, shift. One more, level 2. Just easy. Now, level 3, we do, hand might need to be on the chair, lift all the way up, set the heel back where it's touching, rock forward. Back foot, heel does come to the butt, but we also bring this knee forward and up, and then back. Touch the toe, shift back. Bring it up, set the heel down, empty, conscious shift. Bring that knee up in front, reach the toe back, empty, shift. Lift, lower, shift. Lift, lower, shift. One more. Whole time, does the meditation quality need to change? It doesn't need to. It probably is as we're sort of rocking around, but it doesn't need to. You can see, let's do one more. You can just see how when I'm doing it, there's a certain quality that isn't changing. All I'm doing is just appropriately converting which leg is my full leg. Let's switch sides. So you take a little side step, get closer to your other chair. Inside foot out in front, the heel lightly touching. Softly rock forward. This is a lot like a rocking chair. Just picture the legs on a rocking chair where you just rock. And there's an effortless quality to a rocking chair. It's using the shape of its structure, the relationship of the parts to just change the weight. So we're not having to work. We're using our body's innate structure, innate relationships. Feel that center, never losing its ease. You're just bringing the teacup with you. Let's go to level 2. So remember, level 2, from this hip crease, is just a straight leg lift and lower. So we did not bend the knee there. Then we shift. Here we do bend the knee and pull the heel to the butt like a flamingo. Set the toe down. Shift. Hip crease. That's a straight leg lift. Shift. So this lift of the front leg, the knee should not bend. Here, just the knee bends. One more, level 2. Relax. Easy. And just get very, very good. Primary skill, let's go to level 3 now, is get the right relationship with the standing leg. The free leg can do whatever it needs to do. Then change. Now the relationship is appropriate with the other leg. The other leg can do what it needs to do. Just come up. Reach the toe back, touch. And there's the 2 phases of it, which is leg lifts and lowers down without any weight going into it. And then it's just like a rocking chair. Easy. Knee comes up. Toe reaches back. Still no weight has changed. Shift back, rocking chair. Up. Down. Rocking chair. Two more. And feet together. Side step over to the other side. Inside leg. Out in front. Loose. Level 1 of 1 step forward. So we shift, and here we work on taking a step where we let the back foot be very light and empty, and we just let it softly fling forward to the heel. And then we shift forward, pause there. Then we go back, rocking chair back. Once front foot is empty, just let it swing back and shift back. Forward. Shift, wait for it to be empty, then swing an empty foot, land an empty foot, shift into that foot. Shift back and wait, 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 swing it, shift back, pause. So really demark those moments of I'm changing, this is empty. I swing it and it stays empty. Then I shift. Shift back, I wait, I don't step it too early. I step it back without needing to go into it. And then I'm back into it. A couple more, just let it flow. See if it can feel like just casual walking. All right, level 2. Little straight leg lift. Shift, small obstacle on the floor. So you pull the heel to your butt, step the foot up over something small and land the heel in front, shift. Then we go heel to butt, put the toe back down. We're ready to go back. Shift back. The foot has to lift straight in front, knee bends, push the foot back to get the toe to the floor, shift back. Lift, lower, shift, small obstacle, just a little up over, shift. Heel, down, shift back. Little small obstacle back. Very easy in this one to walk forward correctly and not put your weight into this front foot. Because we can see everything, we feel pretty confident about that. The going backwards, however, a little trickier. Right here, you gotta stay in your inside leg even as you reach the toe back. Don't go with it body weight wise. Then go back. Lift, lower, one more, level 2. So again, this is easy. Heel. Now this is the moment right here where you shift back and you lift, and then the reaching back of the foot, you have to sort of reestablish yourself in the front leg, and then you go back. Let's go level 3 again, hand on chair as needed. Full lift of knee, set foot down. Shift, now it's gonna go heel to butt, knee up, foot forward-ish, and then down. Heel touches empty, shift. Then we bring that knee up one more time. Up, reach the toe back. Now we're going back. Here we go, knee all the way up, tuck, and the same thing applies here as you reach that foot back. Don't go back with your body weight. Stay in the front leg, and then shift back. Knee up, heel touch, shift, full bicycle. So this is just exaggerated, heel to butt, knee up, foot out, touch the heel, shift, and then knee up. We're just buying real estate and we're challenging. It's like a gauntlet for your relaxation. Can you stay relaxed, stay soft, stay at ease? 2 more. Arms soft, relaxed. Try not to have excess grabbing, right? If your arms are up like this, notice it. You're making yourself top heavy. You're keeping yourself from actually effortlessly rooting. If you're grabbing in fists and you soften. Last one here. Because again, eventually you'll just feel this central, easy central channel line that it's just connected to the ground and everything else moves around it. There's a central place here. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Side step. Inside leg, level 1. Rock. Swing an empty foot, heel touch. Rock. Pause. Rock back. Swing back. Back. Forward. Swing. Forward. Loose. That releasing down is the mode by which you get that leg to connect to the ground, get that leg to connect to the ground by relaxing. Let's go level 2. So level 2, lift, lower, shift, small obstacle, up over, shift. And then this is flamingo, heel to butt, toe touch, shift back. We go up, tuck, and reach that foot back, and then shift. So again, your inside leg should be the one in front with the heel touching the ground. Make sure that's happening for you, because I see some of you are doing something different. So make sure that inside leg, the one that's closest to your chair, is the one in front. Then shift into it. Then you step over a small obstacle with your outside leg. Up, over, heel touch, shift. Then it's a little flamingo lift of inside leg. Touch the toe back down, shift back. And now it's up, tuck, and then that key moment right here. Reach the foot back, but stay in your front leg. Then shift. Little straight leg lift, lower, shift, small obstacle, up, over, shift. So remember, that's the easier one. On the way back, takes a little extra attention. Right here, where we're gonna tuck and step, but not go back into the back leg. Notice if you went into your back leg already, and then shift back. Lift, lower, shift. This is easier. Shift, flamingo, down, shift back, up, tuck, reach, shift back, lift, lower, shift. One more level, 2. Level 3, up, down, shift, exaggerated, heel to butt, knee to chest, foot forward, lower it down, heel touch, shift, heel to butt, knee comes up, and then we go back, reach the toe back, shift, this is exaggerated, up, tuck and reach back, toe touch, shift, lift, lower, shift, full bicycle. Lift, return. 2 more. Last one. And together. Great job. Step to the middle, shogun. Closing gesture for forward and back movements. Side to side movements. Move over to the right chair. Now, empty inside leg, or now this, I guess, the outside leg, your left leg. Step it out and in without putting weight in it. So again, discern between this. We don't want to do that. We want to stay here. Step out, step in, out. And we're feeling that real estate, that space in the hip. Whole foot on the ground. Notice I'm also not doing that with my heel off the ground. I'm out, the whole foot, my heel included, but yet the leg is still empty. So even if all you can do is step to here and back and keep that empty quality, fine. Over time, it will open up. Now, the next time the foot's out, leave it out. Now we keep both feet glued to the ground. Change the weight over to the left leg. Change the weight over to the right leg. Change to the left. Change to the right. Keeping the feet on the ground are important because, again, if I go over here and I pull this heel up, and I come over here and I pull the heel up, I'm not opening the quad. I'm not opening the layers of tissue. I'm not creating interior real estate. So the feet stay softly glued to the ground and you find the internal movement. Next time you're in the left leg, stay there. Right foot empty, bring it in and out. In, out, in, out a few times. Then bring it in, keep it in. Now this one, very important and subtle. The internal mechanism between the hips and groin and the quad, and also the lumbar spine kind of up to the middle back and the belly area. As you change this leg empty, and then change this leg empty, change. It's internal. It's this downward rather than left to right. Down. And that downward quality is key. Let's go ahead through the right leg. Now with left foot empty, step an empty foot out. Change. This one's an obvious thing, but it's still got to have that downward quality. Bring the right foot in, and then change. Left foot out. Change. This is obvious, again, left to right, but that down quality has to be present. Here, as you step in, it's got to be like all down. Step out. Change. Step in, find that internal change. Out. Change. In. Change. Out. Change. Let's switch directions. So we go in, out, and we go back. Shift. Left foot comes in. Change. Right foot out. Change. Left foot in. Change. Continue. You're going to go there and back again. So once you get to this end of your runway, go back out and work on teacup, work on downward quality of change, softening down and through. Work on step without shifting, shift without stepping, step without shifting, shift without stepping. Go back, in, out, shift. Middle stays still, easy, relaxed. Shoulders not hugged up to your ears, soft. Crown long, held up through the buoyancy, natural buoyancy of the body. And back to the middle, shogun on side steps. That helps to cultivate the transfer leg to leg, as well as our abductor, adductors, the balancing musculature in the hips and low back. And step in between your chairs. So now you've got supports on either side of you. Empty your right leg. Externally rotate it, turning the toes out. Shift your weight into the right leg, turn the body to match the right leg, and then bring the left foot to match it. Empty. Then change your weight to the left foot, turn the right foot out again, 90 degrees or so. Shift your weight into the right leg, turning the body, bring the left foot empty. So the left foot's hovering for a moment, and then you decide to put your weight into the left leg, the right foot empty. Change the weight as you turn, left foot empty as you bring it. Change the weight again. Turn, go around again. So 2 full circuits, turning to your right. If you're the first person there, consider that you might be, I won't say cheating, but you're cheating yourself in a sense by just kind of penguin walking around instead of turning out, shift, and cultivate that transfer. Step, hovering that foot, empty, land it and change. So make a mountain out of a molehill here. Yes, you could just go around really easily, but you're not cultivating balance, transfer, soft awareness of rooting, separating, empty and full. Let's go the other way now. Turn left foot out. Turn. Bring that right foot around. Hover it. Change. Left foot turns out empty. That's one a lot of people miss. We just kind of clunk and turn it out and put all the weight into it. So make yourself established in the right leg. Turn the left foot out empty. And then feel yourself spill that weight through the leg and bring the foot around. Change. Change. Because going slow now actually opens the door for very efficient and therefore fast movement. But it's the fast movement that's not in a hurry. Right? Like when I'm about to do this, as I'm putting my weight through the right leg, I turn my left leg out. That's very efficient, but it's not rush. And then here, I just pour my weight straight through the leg and bring the foot around. That's very efficient. And then here I'm doing it again, but I'm not losing my principles. Now we're facing forward again. Right leg, instead of turning out, turn that right leg in, pigeon toe. Shift onto the right leg and then bring back that left foot to match. And change the weight to the left leg, right foot empty, pigeon toe it. Change your weight, bring it to match. Right foot empties and pigeon toes. Change the weight onto it and match. Pigeon toe and match. We're going around twice. Pigeon toe. Shift. Now, as you're doing it, then go back. Once you get comfortable with the footwork, then it's cultivate stillness in the middle, teacup balancing, move by way of ease. So notice if you've got a quick movement happening, it means it's not smooth, right? If it's like that, that's not smooth. Whereas smooth, 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 right? Let's go the other way now. Left foot, pigeon toe, shift, milk or silk the body, right? Should be silky, controlled movements. rather than herky-jerky and cumbersome. Soft, soft. And if you get that feeling of, oh yeah, I can use softness to move, then you can start to, you could say, speed it up. But at any point, that speed will usually start to become tense again. So just value this easy, fluid movement. Next time you're facing forward, we put all that together. Right foot turns out, it's empty. I'm shifting onto it. Now this is the importance of the left foot remaining empty, because then I pigeon toe it. And then just by turning the body, I can now face 180 degrees away from where I was. Turn right leg out again. Shift, turn the body, keep turning the body, bring that foot and pigeon toe it. And then turn, and we should be facing back to the front. Let's do this 2 more times, so 3 in each direction. Turn the foot out. Stay centered, stay balanced. So find that like a merry-go-round carousel pole going from the crown down through you, down to the earth, and just keep that pole stable. That's your central axis. And we're back to center. Find neutral in the middle. 3 times other way. So left foot turn out. Change the weight onto it. Keep your nice central pole established. Pigeon toe your right foot. Keep rotating. Left foot should be empty. It can turn out. Shift onto it. Now right foot is empty, so it's just coming along like a feather. You set it up and you shift. Turn left foot out. Shift. Turn. Pigeon toe. Shift. Turn out. Shift. Turn in. One more time around. Anything that's pulling you up out of your feet, out from the earth, is a danger. So any shoulder activity, any hand grabbing, any tipping and falling like so, everything that's just soft, relaxed in the middle, then it goes through you. And everything up here is empty and loose. All right, facing forward, shogun. Now a little more Tai Chi specific leg and hip work. Shift your weight to your right leg. Turn the left foot out 10 degrees, maybe 15 degrees, something like that. So the leg is turned out. Shift your weight into the left leg. Now you're going to step your right foot forward. Notice when I step it forward, the toes point straight ahead. They don't point out, point straight ahead. And the leg is off to the right of center line as opposed to somewhere like this. So width. So create that relationship. Notice I could be this close together. I still have that relationship. Or I could be this far apart and I have that relationship. So there's room for you to make it perfect for you. Hands stack over the belly. Shift your weight 100% into your left leg. Try to keep both feet glued to the floor. Then shift into your right leg, 70%. Turn both at the pelvis or quad and also a little bit at the lumbar spine to point belly button straight ahead. Notice my back heel did not come off the ground. Please notice that. Make sure you're not bringing your back heel off the ground. 70%. Shift back, 100%. Shift forward, 70. So there's still separation of yin and yang. Yang leg, yin leg, 100-0. But then when you shift forward, it's 70-30, but still yang, yin. Shift back. Shift forward. Now, those of you that have been in the Friday Tai Chi class, you'll remember that we do a lot of shift and turn, right? So let's add, when you're in your front leg, turn a little bit more. So the left quad has to open more. The right quad sort of closes a little bit, and the belly button points to this right corner. Then keep that relationship as you sit back into your left leg. Then turn. So now the right quad has to open. Left quad closes a little bit. Then 70% shifting towards right leg. As you're shifting, turn. So the belly button points both forward and continue turning so it turns and points to that corner. Then keep it pointed to that corner as you shift back 100 and then turn and point it to this opposite corner. Somewhat, right? It can be a matter of degrees. So if you're cranking your body and losing your feet, you're doing it wrong. And I'm saying not to do that. So if you're still doing it, wonder why. Shift, turn. So it could just be 2 degrees turn. And then stay at that 2 degree turn, shift back, and it's 2 degrees back to middle, 2 degrees to the left, or 3 degrees, or 1 degree, or half a degree. But the point is, feet stay glued. We're shifting back, and the tendency here is to let the knees collapse and the knees collapse. So our goal here is to open the knees out and find the movement here in the quad and the belly waist. Shift. So as I turn to this corner, I stabilize that opposite knee so it doesn't fall in. Open. And as I shift back into it and turn, I stabilize this knee, kind of rolling the leg open. One more. Shift and turn. And shift back. Turn. Now, stay back. Bring right foot back, toes turned out 5, 10, 15 degrees. Shift over onto it. Step, left foot forward. Toes point straight ahead. It's not over here, it's over there. Shift and turn a little bit forward. Let's do just a couple forward and backs. Forward and back. 100, 70, 30. 100, 0, 70, 30. Let's add the rotation. Slight turn to this front corner. Shift to the right leg. Turn to middle and to slightly right corner. Shift to left leg 70. Start turning to the middle and slightly left corner. Shift back and turn. So it starts to happen less robotically and more simultaneous, right? So that as I'm shifting, I'm starting that turn. And then as I'm shifting 70, 30, I'm doing that turn. As I'm shifting back, I'm doing that turn. Shift, turn. It's called the 4 corners. And we're trying to open up real estate. And this is the heart of Tai Chi martial art application, but also just athleticism that this forms, is that we're opening this interior space within which we can, engage with force, engage with something oncoming, and we just turn and neutralize it off. And then we can exact force forward or draw and turn off to the side. Last one. And back. Step back. Parallel feet. And a little self-massage. So liver and spleen. That's the front ribs, upper stomach. Then bring your hands together, rub up and down on lower sternum. That's the heart. Then hands stack on the stomach, circles. Restack, circles. And inguinal crease, groin, quad, front hips around to the sacrum and tail, lumbar. And then like you're taking a squat, sweep hands down, come around to the inside, come all the way up, go around again, rub sacrum. And then like you're squatting, sweep hands down the outside, around the feet to the inside and up. One more, sacrum. And sweep. And then finally, up the outer arm, turn the palm up, down the inner. Up, down, down. And switch. And stand, bounce, loose. And then legs go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Shake loose. Run in place, heels up and down. Shoulders, wrists, forearms, shogun. Seal, 1, 2. All right, thank you, folks. Dallas bow. Have a wonderful rest of your week. If you have any quick questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Hopefully, some of you on Friday.